called the driver, and I have three of them. And in front of you are stepper motors. And these stepper motors have a 3.0 amps with a 1.8 degrees stepper angle. And when you come here, you can see that I have a board. This board is called the breakout board. And on the side of the breakout board is a step down transformer. I have a 120 volts coming out of the wall to power up the step down transformer. And what you see right here, this black wire is hooked on to the positive terminal. The white wire is hooked on to the negative terminal, and then the green wire is hooked on to the ground. As you can see, I have 3 red wires and 3 white wires coming out of the step down transformer. And these wires are carrying 48 volts and is used to power up these various drivers. And when you come here, you can see that I have labeled each driver as this one right here is the Z driver, and this one right here is the X driver, and I have the Y driver over here. I've also labeled all the various stepper motors. This is Z stepper motor, this is X stepper motor, and this is Y stepper motor. And when you come to the breakout board, as you can see, there's some information on there. There's ground, there is XP, there is XD, YP, YD, ZP and ZD, AP and AD, but we are going to concentrate on the X, Y, and the Z and the ground. So when you come here, you can see that when we take this, for instance, I have the white wire, the brown wire, and the black wire. The white wire is hooked on to the ground terminal. The brown wire is hooked on to the XP terminal. The black wire is hooked on to the XD terminal. And this wire is going all the way to the X driver, which is this driver. So as you can see, I have the brown wire, I have the white, and I have the black over here. So the brown wire is connected to the pulse plus terminal on this driver. The white wire is connected to the pulse minus terminal, and then the black is connected to the direction plus terminal, and then the white wire is connected to the direction minus terminal. But as you can see, I have jumped the wire over from this terminal to this right here in order to send it to the ground on the board. And when you come back, you can see that these wires, this right here is connected to the Y terminal on the breakout board, the black, the brown, and then of course the white to the ground. So, and if you trace it, it also goes back all the way to the Y driver, which is this right here. And the brown, the white, the black, and the white, like I told you before, this is connected to the pulse plus, this is to the pulse minus, and this black is to the direction plus, and then the white on the side is to the direction minus, and I jump it over. White wire is common to the black and the brown wire. So, and when you come back here on the board, this right here is hooked on to the pulse, which is the ZP, and then the ZD, and then the white wire is of course connected to the ground, and this goes to the Z driver. And when you come here, you can see that I have this red and a white wire coming out from the step down transformer carrying 48 volts to power these drivers. So I have the red wire hooked onto the V plus terminal. The white wire is hooked onto the ground terminal. The same thing applies to each one of them, the red, the white, and the red and the white. And there's one thing that I want to say. This right here, this wire is coming out from the motors, and each motor is labeled according to what driver is supposed to take instructions from. So as you can see, I have the Z stepper motor connected to the Z driver, and I have the blue wire, the red wire, the green wire, and the black wire coming out from the stepper motor. And this black wire is hooked on to the A plus terminal, and then the green wire is hooked on to the A minus terminal, and then the red wire is hooked on to the B plus terminal, and the blue wire is hooked on to the B minus terminal. And everything is written on there so you can trace it, and then that will help you know where exactly each wire goes to. And then the same thing applies to this right here, the X motor and the X driver, the Y motor and the Y driver. So let's power it up and see what we have. But there's one thing I want to say. This app set up the same. All of them have to have the same settings. If you don't do that, the motor is going to spin in a different rate. So let me plug it up and let's see what we have. Okay, as you can see, the green lights are on the drivers, and then the step down transformer light is also on, the fan is on. That means everything is kind of perfect. So let's go to the software side and see what we have. As you can see, I have the software already configured, and is what you can see on the screen. It's a software called Mark 3, and it is used to generate a code, called the G code. And this G code corresponds to the size and the shape of the piece you create. So I'm gonna load a G code for us to see what we have. So let me reset this back to 0 to 0 it out. Okay, create a G, load a G code, and this is some kind of project that came with the software just to help you do some trials. So I'm going to choose this kind of project, open it, and as you can see, I have the project displayed on the screen, and it has a corresponding G code on this side too. When you come over here to the board, the breakout board, I have the USB cable already plugged, and the side and the other side of the USB cable is plugged into my PC. So I'm gonna send the G code to the board, and as a matter of fact, this breakout board receives that G code from the computer and interpret it into pulses and directions. And these pulses and directions, are what instructs or what tells the the driver as to when to turn on the stepper motor and which direction it should go. So I'm gonna I'm going to turn it on to see what we got. Okay, when I come here, let me start something, see. Okay, as you can see, the motor is spinning, and that means we are good to go. So I'm gonna go around to let you see what we have over there. We did a good job. So when you come here, you can see that it's spinning. The motor is working all right. Everything seems to be fine. So I'm gonna let you guys look at it a little bit. Okay, this project is completed, and I wish you good luck and peace.